And that space is absolutely necessary for us to be able to transition in an orderly and in a sustainable manner. Countries on the African responsible and sustainable manner. These resources are important for energy security, for social and economic development, and for reducing energy poverty on the continent. And we do not see this trajectory as being mutually exclusive to our focus on moving towards ensuring that we reduce our carbon footprint. It is important that as we undertake a just energy transition, we adhere to the principle contained in the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change of common but differentiated responsibilities of the people who work in the mining industry, as well as the mining communities, are improved. Gone are the days when corporates when we ignore what is happening in the communities in mining areas. We now have a responsibility, all of us, as the public sector, as in government, the private sector, to ensure that we have benefits that are going to flow to all those who are involved in the ecosystem. Spirit of partnership and cooperation, completely shorn of hostilities that lead to problems that we will be creating for the future. It is vital that mine safety and the health of workers becomes the industry's foremost concern. On this, I wish to commend the mining sector for the financial and logistical support it has given to the rollout of South Africa's COVID-19 vaccination program. More than 75% of mine workers in our country were fully vaccinated, and 66% were partially vaccinated. Drawing on this extensive experience with managing other communicable diseases such as TB, HIV, and other mining sector-related diseases, the industry has been able to manage the COVID-19 pandemic carefully and mining companies for the cooperation that they have demonstrated to us as government. We thank you dearly for the way in which you worked with us. Now, the partnership between government and the minerals accountability to the communities in which it operates and where it is located. It is important that this commitment is sustained in all areas of development, including through the effective implementation of the social and labor plans, responsible environmental practices, as well as local procurement. The future of mining on the African continent, I believe, holds great promise. It holds great promise for investment, for industrial development, for growth, and for profit for the corporates. We have a shared responsibility as governments, as mining companies, as labor, and as communities to realize that promise and to make it happen. As the government of South Africa, we are firmly committed to fulfill our responsibilities and to implement all the processes that need to be implemented to ensure that there is growth and that there is sustainability as well as prosperity of the mining industry. We are firmly committed to ensuring that mining occupies its rightful place, as it has always done in the past, as an industry of the future, an industry that has given birth and strengthened our industrialization process, our manufacturing processes, this having been the very first industry that has propelled South Africa to be the industrial and manufacturing powerhouse that it is. It is important for us as the government of today to ensure that we do support the mining industry and make sure that it continues to grow. For it is not only a great employer of the people of our country, but it is also a contributor to the growth of South Africa. And many would say South Africa in the end is what it is in terms of economic progress it has achieved because of mining. And may it continue to be so. And I'm delighted to see so many of you here participating in this Indaba, but also continuing to invest in the mining industry, not only in South Africa, but also in the various other countries on our continent, but more especially.
Gentlemen, our presidential vote of thanks will be done by Mangaka Mesu from Remgro. Please put your hands together for our official thanks.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. President, thank you for your remarks this morning. I also wish to thank you and the chairman of the Mining Indaba for creating a platform for young people. The President's words this morning remind us of what an American author and public servant once said, which is, we inhabit a time when history and faith converge to yet again challenge us with change. And as the President reminded us this morning, we can either rise in opposition or see opportunity. As the next generation